Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Prismata. We'll jump in the queue here, and yeah, see what's on TV? Question mark? Yeah, that's probably a fast game, right? 30 seconds. Flabbergasted versus Scabe. I do like watching sort of lower ranked players play. Capulet Killer took a huge chunk of rating off of us in the last episode. I kind of like on a little soapbox here. I don't love the Prismata culture of streamers getting help from Twitch chat. I understand that's the way it is, and it's, you know, Capulet Killer, like, I can't hold anything against him, but like I have to wonder, would I have won if I were playing against him? I prefer the kind, like, playing against just him as opposed to whoever else is in chat. I prefer, you can drag this? Wow. I prefer the kind of like competitive format of a tournament where you're asked not to be streaming, or at least not to look at chat. And there's a lot to be said for like the culture of like learning, right? We all want to learn, right? And so, hooray, we talk about and discuss lines in Twitch chat. But as a result, you never really know who you're playing against, and it feels really bad to lose and feel like I'm playing at a disadvantage because I don't play on Twitch. That's because I don't want to play on Twitch, you know? But I'm costing myself win rate, losing games that I could win, and making myself feel bad about it. So, I don't know. Just my little soapbox here. Not really much to be done about it. Savior game. Big econ here. Is this too much? Probably not. Not with Xenos in the set, at least. It's Capulet again. Greetings. Whoa, a lot of big units. I'll probably lose to Tia here. There's some pretty big soak with Polywall. And Synth to like produce a lot of green. So I think Tia clearly loses early because of Polywall. Even a single blue can hold off Tia with Polywall like very effectively. Given that, we want to look at the rest of the set to determine our economy, and I think like pretty high. There's Colossus and or Lucina, both things you would like to get that want a high economy, and Arca to reward you for having done so. Synth to help you get these big ticket items without having to commit to a bunch of blue. And Polywall to reward you for keeping a small amount of blue. So, meanwhile, like Sentinel is it can sort of slow the set down. Although it seems unlikely that you'll buy it. If you go for Colossus, you just like have Colossuses going for a while and don't really want Sentinel. By the time the Colossuses run out, you won't be able to build like Sentinels anymore, is what I mean. Do you build a fourth NG here to build like 3 drones and a Galvani? I think that's correct. It seems alright. The conduit's not super critical to get, and I'd rather just get blue first. Or, I don't know, maybe we can get a Lucina like pretty early, right? But I think getting some blue first will be pretty good. It's like, I would really love to be able to build a Lucina and then Colossuses. That would be my dream. which, like, helpfully, that lets you get a the right tech and attack numbers for an Arca. What if I just built 2 Animuses this turn? Is that crazy? Like, I can build the Lucina the turn after. And with the Galvanis, it's not like wasting the energy is going to be a big deal. If I do that, I'm like not really getting the high econ stuff. My opponent will build a Polywall and feel relatively smart, maybe. Obviously, like Splitter next turn, or maybe Synth and then Polywall. But I don't think that the Polywall is actually all that great. Huh. Like, what do I follow up with, though, out of the Lucina? Tarsiers and Rhinos for a little while? And then once I have enough red to tech out, do something else? I'd like to see how this looks. Like, this seems pretty good, actually. I'm gonna try this. I should be able to get up to 7 attack within just a couple turns and then add an Arca. Like, add the tech to get Arca. Although I don't want 2 blue, right? I wanted just 1 blue. Which is a bit slower to get, because you have to build, like, blue, and then synth, and then wait. But, like, my opponent's sort of been caught in an awkward spot, I think, where they don't really have the tech to do any of the good stuff in this set yet. And I hope that Lucina will make it difficult for them to get to that point, although they can probably build another Animus. Well, no, not if you're spending your red, right? So I'm not sure what the plan is out of this. I would think just defend and tech up. I don't know about this Animus, like a conduit or something might be better, but... This way, they want to attack and kill an engineer if they do anything. This makes that less appealing, and so they might kill Galvani, which is like not that great a play either. If you were gonna Polywall, wasn't the Galvani a bad play? Since you know I'm killing the Galvani next turn, you just paid $1 and gained $1 and burned a Galvani supply? I think that's correct. You shouldn't have done that. Yeah, in this case, the Galvani makes a little sense. Do I want a Blast Forge, or do I still have too much red? I don't really want to spend my blue next turn, because I actually want to buy 2 Blast Forges next turn. To get the Arca, I think. So I'm gonna have... Let's say I buy... Oh, no. He's killing a Galvani this way, right? So I'm gonna have exactly 21 bucks next turn. If I'm spending 10 of it on Blast Forges, that leaves me 11. I need to spend 2 red. That's Rhino, Tarsier, Engie or something. Seems okay. Maybe Rhino, Tarsier, Galvani. I'm bummed that like I'm gonna have to not build a synth, but instead build 2 Blast Forges. But that's life, I guess. It's pretty important, I think, to get the Arca. You should kill a Galvani, right? It's free? Question mark? Isn't it? I guess no, because I would then kill sort of more engineers. But I think it's still good. I guess if I was gonna like float $5 to buy a Blast Forge next turn, I should have bought it last turn. But this leaves me a little bit more flexible compared to that approach. 5 is just wall, right? 6 is wall Engie, which is something. They're killing several Galvanis this way. And the attack that I have is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But that assumes they attack with everything, which is a little bit tricky to do. What are you doing with all this tech, by the way? I didn't expect this. Colossuses, I guess? Okay. The turn after I build Arca, you get a Colossus? That makes some sense. But I'll be teched to build Colossus soon, I believe. Because I can fit in a Conduit on my Arca turn. Arca spends tech quite cheaply. I guess I don't have any money, though. If I can get them to attack for only 2, I'm thrilled. Yeah, maybe a Colossus is... I don't know. Is there some way I could have done this with a synth instead? That would have been way better if I could. And they're really only attacking for like 3, probably? Oh, they have 7 attack. They're going to build an Arca. That's pretty cool. Means they're clicking with the Colossus, but I guess that's okay. If so, I can actually build a Colossus next turn, which would be pretty dope. Alright, I accept. And how much are they attacking for next turn? I guess they're holding back Arca, not Colossus, right? Unclear. Let's assume they attack with as much as possible, which is like all of these things. 2, 3, 4, 5... Probably like 9. Maybe just 8, but either way, enough that Arca probably is getting decent value if I hold it, right? And all these Galvanis like get murdered, which kind of stinks, but I got a Colossus down, and oh, I don't want another Galvani. He's not killing the Galvanis, he's killing the Engis. Although, maybe, what if you tried to attack for a small number to punish my Arca hold? 2, 3, 4, 5... Like, you're dying for at least 8, so that would be okay with me. So, killing Engis instead. I could hold a Rhino, but I don't want to, so I won't. Ooh. Of course, they held some attack. And I didn't lose any of these guys, because they're sacking a splitter. Or, they might sack a splitter, right? I could buy another Colossus if I wanted. This NG to protect my Galvanis. This leaves just the splitter alive, so their Galvani is off. Or else they lose the splitter, which is also fine. These Rhinos were amazing value. They attacked at exactly the right times. Oh no, you punished me. I don't know. I'm acting like I've won the game, and I feel like I'm in a great position, but maybe I haven't won. I don't know. I shouldn't be taking things quite so lightly with the Galvani kills and the slight punish here. Slight exploit. Because now, of course, I am badly overtech'd. What if I didn't do that? This lets me get a Lucina click in. And then I could like buy 2 splitters instead of like Sentinel, Tarsier or whatever I would have had to build. Right now they're keeping 3 health alive, which is a splitter. If I click the Galvani, they can keep 4 health alive, which is the 2 Rhinos. I'd rather you have the 2 Rhinos and 1 less income, I think. Right, it attacks for the same amount and it has more health, but it has stamina. So that's losing like a permanent attack with the splitter. Cool to ya, bro. Well, you know, I guess in fairness, if you weren't actually attacking with the Rhino, then its stamina doesn't matter, and I basically gave my opponent 1 health instead of a Galvani. The value of that is questionable. Maybe it was good, maybe not. Alright, well, on the plus side of playing against, you know, the mob, i.e. Twitch chat plus whoever is watching, the opponent plus whoever is spectating, is that when you win, you feel pretty smart, right? I beat all these smart Prismata players who were in the chat. I think the 4th NG is right. Galvani is... Right, I've talked before about how like buying a 3rd engineer, or an extra engineer in a Galvani set is sort of like a down payment on a drone. I'm not sure why I think that's good. Wouldn't it be better to just like save the money and then next turn buy another drone? The answer is no, because I couldn't buy another drone next turn because I wouldn't have any energy. Right. So it's I don't know. It seems a little weird, doesn't it? NG plus Galvani is a lot like a drone, but worse because they can attack the Galvani directly. But if you buy them like the NG first and then the Galvani, it's like kind of a weaker drone because it doesn't gain any money until the second turn. I don't know. So I think this was right because it's a way to get like... It's sort of like getting some extra energy on turn 2. Sort of. Right? You pay $1. That doesn't make any sense. I don't have a good way to conceptualize this. But the end result is that at the end of turn 3, I have 1 more income than I usually do, but 2 less dollars. Okay, that's a way to think about it, right? Sure. 1 more income and 2 less dollars. Isn't that a lot like buying a drone? No, I have 3 less dollars because this Galvani also costs money. Next turn, though, I'll have 2 less dollars than I normally would. But 1 more income and 1 more NG. What purchase is like that? It's like buying an extra drone on turn 3, right? The extra NG on 2 is like an extra drone on 3. But worse because part of it is frontline. Okay. And then I innovated this. I don't know if this is good, but Lucina is pretty OP, is a thing that I have learned, and when I have the opportunity to get her first while nobody is threatening me, I take it. It seems pretty good. And shockingly, we even managed to keep the Galvani's harvesting for a while. Like, I just figured, hey, you know, it's strictly better than nothing if you harvest them once, ignoring Galvani supply. Although it is worse than building a single drone, I guess. But, yeah, 3 Galvani is pretty good. And we had the NG to support it. And then, like, Lucina just builds her own army. Anything you're missing, she's got it. It's great. Yeah, so... Tough call to not click the splitter here. Like, obviously, as I said, if you don't click the splitter, you lose wall, NG, splitter, or onto splitter, which is keeping all the Galvanis alive. But suppose you do click the splitter, you're losing, what, like 2 NG's Rhino onto wall? That's a bit worse. But you got to kill my Galvani. Your Galvanis are all on, and you lost the Rhino, which, like, I don't know, how much is he doing? I'm not sure. You know, though, like, we looked at this turn where I floated $5 planning to get 2 Blast Forges next turn. This is the thing I've done a few times, is figure out how much money I need next turn to spend whatever I want, to buy whatever it is I need based on the next turn estimate. And forget to go back and see, does that make my current turn look silly? Here, floating 5 with the plan of building 1 additional Blast Forge next turn. It's like, well, shouldn't you just build the Blast Forge this turn then? And like then, if I wanted to, I could have built a wall instead of a Rhino here. Now, I'd then be floating a red, right? And that doesn't feel so good. But I floated $5, right? If I'd spent that on this turn looks very clean because I spent all of my resources. But that's just an illusion because really I bought, in quotes, a Blast Forge last turn and just declined to use it this turn. It sort of transposes to the same thing. Assuming that I want to buy at least 1 Blast Forge this turn, I should have bought it last turn. Would a wall here be better than a Rhino? It's not actually so clear. It would absorb 1 more damage, but this entry didn't actually matter that much. And the Rhino got to kill a Galvani. Like, he did something quite useful. And he threatened attack on the next turn as well. And like, after that, I never really wanted a wall. So, the Rhino kind of did 2 damage and then gained 4 health, whereas a wall would like... Sorry, 2 health. Whereas a wall would... Oh, right, he also absorbed 1, right? So he gained 1 health, then dealt 2 damage, then provided 2 health. That's 5. A wall would have done about the same thing, right? Gain 2 health from the absorb, and then become 3 soak. But it actually wouldn't, because I built this Rhino here, right? Suppose that you're my opponent looking at this turn. You have 2 attack and I have a wall. You absolutely kill the Galvanis, right? Here he has a tough choice. You could kill 2 Galvanis, sort of rewarding me for building them in a way. And I still have $15. This is sort of important. Or you can kill 1 engineer and hope that my Galvanis become irrelevant at some later time because you make me lose enough engineers. So it's a tough choice. I presented my opponent with. Neither option feels that great. Whereas if I build a wall, the option of killing Galvanis feels quite good. And I think the opponent would take it. So I made this play not on purpose, but I think I'm okay with it. I think it was fine. And then this Arca, followed by Colossuses, was just game-endingly devastating. Even though my opponent got this like amazing counter Arca, right, where I built the first Arca denying them 2 absorb, and they built 1 denying me what looks like 7 absorb, right? 6 absorb, right? But actually it wasn't, because they could have just killed 4 Galvanis this turn if they wanted, and I'd be getting and they'd be attacking for 3, and I'd get like 3 absorb on Arca. So this Arca looks really good, but and of course killing Galvanis is not as good as killing real stuff, so you know, don't count it as like 3 absorb. Maybe it's like 5 or 4. So it's good. It's a good Arca, but you're in such a bad position. This Arca needs to do more than that. Yeah, they continued to let me keep building Colossuses. And then finally they were like, this has to stop, and killed all the Galvanis. I think this might have been finally the wrong turn to do it. Right? No, actually I was exactly set. This Rhino, yeah, that's right. I was so happy about him. Lose 2-7. Yeah. So I would have been able to build a 3rd Colossus had they not killed the Galvanis. So shouldn't you have killed them the first time then? Yeah. Denies me 2 absorb. Seems okay. Okay, so probably a slight misplay there, but Lucina's just so OP, and Arca's OP, and get them in that order and like win the game. That's the plan. Ticket complete. Hooray. By the way, since the last time you guys saw, I went to the armory, and if anyone's excited about skins, now's the time. You might have noticed, I don't remember if I had any of my new skins yet. I actually got a prismatic one of the white guys. The white key got Super Mecha Centurion. He's pretty cool. And have I had this guy before? I don't remember. It's the army that yeah, I got the googly eyes doing ball. That was a big feather in my cap, so to speak. And there was something else, but I don't remember what. Do I really? I'm using Saloon Girl? I never noticed. She looks so dumb. Whatever. Oh yeah, and the Savior. I got the Army Savior. Okay. Well, I don't know which of these are new. Oh, I wanted to, yeah, get this garbage skin off of me. There we go. Any other skins I'm using that are bad? I'm still not in love with this Tarsier, honestly. He's okay, I guess. Honestly, this one's just cuter. Alright, I tried you out for a little while. Okay, that's it for this episode, though. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.